Hello, everyone, and welcome back to HallPass. This will be the Deuce episode. Wait, Deuce, Dos, Trace, Quattros. This is the second. I don't know too much of that language there, Adam.
Dose.
Dos Sakis. No, Dos. Okay, Dos. I got you. Dos. So let's talk about this little avenue that we're going to go down. Watch me. See, watch my fingers. Going down the avenue to law. Tell us how you got down that path.
The path of law with my verbal footsteps, I guess, if you will.
Yes.
Well, as you know, my father is an attorney.
Yes.
And started this law practice many years ago. So I graduated from Pikeville High School. Went on to graduate from UPike.
UPike. Wasn't UPike then, though.
No, it's Pikeville College then.
You tried to pull a fast one on us.
Pikeville College then, and I'll tell you what, I always thought I wanted to be a lawyer, but I didn't have that, I guess, drive, that motivation, and I'll tell you what changed my mind. And one of my law partners, Alex Ward, I think he might be able to tell you this too, but one summer, we had a guy on our baseball team by the name of Brody Napier. And Brody, if you're listening, how are you, buddy? But
Brody.
He lived down in Powell County, and his family was tobacco farmers. And they literally would lease 50 farms off people throughout various counties around Powell County. And what they would do would basically raise the tobacco, they would cut it, and they would hang it in the barns and do all the stuff with the tobacco. And then literally the year...
That's hard work, by the way. If y'all don't know, that's hard work.
Listen, at the end of the day, or at the end of the year, they would sell it. And literally, whatever they sold the tobacco for, a part would go to the landowner, and then part would go to their overhead, and then the rest of it, they had, I think his mom may have drove a school bus, and his dad may have done another part-time thing, but literally, that was their livelihood for the remaining year.
Wow.
And I could not believe how hard it was.
Of course.
You're talking about middle of August, and all these baseball players, and Brody's mom drove the tractor. And she would go up and down these aisles, and I don't know if you've ever seen it, but the tobacco is on stakes.
Yes.
And we would go through there, piling it on this tractor. Then you go into the barns, and these are rickety barns. This ain't barns that you see down at Gatlinburg.
These ain't luxury farms and barns, people.
No, this is just a makeshift barn so we can hang and dry the tobacco.
Yep.
And you stand on rungs, like 3 or 4 above each other, and we had people falling, we had people doing all kinds of stuff, and then you send the tobacco up, and then you shake it out so leaves are falling on you, and you're getting all the stuff on you, and you do that all day. And literally it would start at daylight to dusk, and you would take a break to, eat. And we did that for 2 days and for 2 weekends, and I'll never forget, we did it for 2 summers, and at the end of each summer, or each end of the second week, because we did it to raise money for our baseball team, Brody's dad would come to us and say, boys, any of y'all want to come back down next week, I'll give you, I can't remember the amount, but let's say for a college student at that time, it was $1,500, $2,000, which is a lot of money now, but even back then for a college student.
Of course, yeah.
And none of us went back.
It's tough, guys. It's tough work. I watched my grandfather do it all of his life. It was seriously. He did tobacco, cattle, all that. It's hard stuff.
And listen, the people out there may not know this, but I'm not really of a rugged, manly man.
Don't let him fool you.
But I realized then that I wasn't cut out for manual labor, at least to the extent of working in a tobacco farm.
Well, see, I thought that you got into law when you said they started falling from the skies. I thought, well, they got hurt. I was thinking, call Adam Hall. He knows the law. That's what I thought. That's where we were going, but we didn't.
So they would,
brainstorm.
Yeah. Wait a minute. You might know. Hey, that's fortuitous, but I'll get to that. No, I was thinking ahead, but literally, I just did not want to work like that. And, my dad had a similar experience when he was working in the coal mine in between college and law school. So anyways, after graduating from Pottsville College, I went on to Appalachian School of Law in Grundy, Virginia.
Grundy.
And had a good experience in law school. Graduated and went on, and now I'm licensed to practice in Kentucky, the Eastern District Federal Court and Supreme Court, and I've been practicing for 21 years, and I think it's 21 years, and
He's done it so long he can't remember.
it's it feels like it's flown by, but it also feels like it hasn't been that long. And
you're something else now too, Adam. You're not only do you practice law, you are what is that? I can't remember the exact title, Adam. You gotta help me.
I'm also assistant county attorney.
Thank you.
Paul Howard's the county attorney in Pike County, and I'm the assistant county attorney along with Tommy Chamberlain and Darrell Ronning and Roy Downing. And basically, our job in the county attorney's office is we prosecute, at least in my division, let me put it that way, we prosecute misdemeanors and traffic violations. The county attorney's office does a whole lot more than that, and you could have a home podcast with. Maybe we'll have Paul on here one day to let him explain that. But
personality.
But I enjoy doing that. I've been doing that. I worked in Menifee County as assistant county attorney for about 5 years under my father when he was county attorney in Menifee County, and then I worked. Been up here in Pike County for about 4 years now, and but I've had a private office, and been, I guess, what you call the lead partner of this office, along with Alex Ward and Jim Vanover, who recently has kind of stepped aside and let his partnership kind of go to us younger guys, as he calls it. But we've been doing this probably for about the last 7 years.
It can't beat that. You always know, it seems like, anyway, outside looking in, you always know how to handle a situation. You always know kind of where to go with the situation. I even will call you for advice. I mean, I will. You know me. I don't know law, people. I don't know law.
There's a billboard that says, "I know the law."
He does. Adam Hall does know the law. That seriously, it's on a billboard. It's true.
Well, we actually started that. Remember, we were doing Adam Hall Knows the Law Wednesdays with our TikTok. But I'll tell you, Josh, one thing that I've always, I was born in a holler. I'll die in a holler. And my parents always instilled in me to treat everybody as you want to be treated. And
that's the best way to be.
And just because I had an opportunity to go to law school and to become a lawyer, that don't make me better than nobody else, but it also gives me an opportunity where I can help people less fortunate than me. And I really think I've tried to do that. Now, I'm not perfect by any means.
Nobody is.
But, I have people contact me a lot and ask me for help or my advice, and I try to either give them the best advice I can, or in the alternative, at least direct them in the right direction.
Well, let me ask you this before we move on to another episode of our show here, HallPass. Let me ask you the best advice you can give someone about what you can do for them. I want to hear it. Tell me. I don't know nothing about law. I just got ran over by a flock of chickens. I don't know. I'm over here on the side of the road. I need somebody. Yes, I picked chickens. Don't judge me. Anyway, what would you tell them?
Well, let me get this straight first. You were crossing the road and got hit by a chicken?
Yeah, big chicken.
That seems like the second part of a joke.
It wasn't fried.
Here's the best thing I tell you. If you've been in an accident, the first and foremost, you want to make sure you're okay.
Yes.
The second thing is make sure that there's not a chance for other, I guess, if you're in the middle of a roadway, you don't want other vehicles or other chickens or...
Get out of the road.
Yeah. If you can safely get your vehicle out of the way, sure. Next, call the police.
Yes.
Next, call ambulance, or they'll do it for you, or tell the police. But the big thing is you want to keep calm and survey the situation. It's hard to do so. And I know at the time you're in a wreck, you can have a lot of trauma and a lot of intensity, and your adrenaline's pumping.
Yes.
And the best thing to do is make sure you know where your insurance is, your registration. And after you get to the hospital, you're going to have a lot of questions. And you're going to have a lot of just not knowing what to do next. And I've been in situations before where even though I think I know what I'm doing, I really want to talk to somebody else. I always tell people, as soon as you feel like you're out of harm's way and have went to a doctor, give me a call. It costs nothing to call me, to talk to me. Matter of fact, I don't get paid unless you get paid.
That's it.
So I want you to get as
Wait,
much.
say that again. Just say that. What was that part again? Say that again.
I don't get paid unless you get paid. So I want you to get as much money as you can, because that means I get more money.
That's it.
More money you get, more money I get.
Yes.
I mean, I'm going to be straight up with you. I don't sugarcoat it when it comes to it. I'm going to try to get you the maximum amount of money, because that means I get the maximum amount of money.
That's it.
And I don't need a check up front. I don't need you to pay a retainer fee. I work on a contingency fee, and that means we take a percentage out of your winning, so it gives us an incentive to build. But in order to get the maximization of your case, you know, I have experts. I have people that investigate, but we also do a good job. Without saying names and everything, but I think my staff does a good job.
Oh yeah, you've got a phenomenal staff.
Well, I do. And I've been fortunate enough in life to be blessed with a staff that has been very loyal.
Yes.
And has been with me a long time. And they mother hen me sometimes, which I'm fine with, because I need it.
Everybody needs one every once in a while.
That's right. So, but no, I can honestly say, I encourage people, go out and ask around about attorneys. We have good attorneys in Pikeville. We have good attorneys in Eastern Kentucky. I encourage people to go out and ask around and ask about me. Ask about my firm. I'm telling you to do it right now, because I'm willing to put my reputation out there.
That's it. And that's what you want. Someone that's not afraid to have you ask about them. I mean, that's what it is.
No.
Now, ready? This has been a HallPass episode.